Live from Gator Sports Pub, it's the SportsXcetera show with Chris Rudd and Andrew Taylor.
Top of the morning to you, everybody. Welcome to SportsXcetera, St. Patrick's Day edition.
Woo.
Here on Sunday Fun Day of March 17th, 2019. Got my man Chris here, sporting the Lion McDonald stash.
Hey everybody, how's it going out there?
I like the Lanny McDonald stash.
So do I.
Everybody does. It's synonymous with Calgary, isn't it?
Lanny's an icon. He's amazing. I actually got to meet him more than once. He's a great guy.
We've got Tyler here as well from Taz Entertainment, special guest today, so thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Well, there was another guest apparently we had lined up for today because we want to, I understand, try to make having a guest a regular feature on the show.
That's right.
And our guest from today got canceled last minute.
He had an emergency. Hope everything's okay, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are stuck with me today, but I'll try to be as entertaining as possible.
Wanted to mention as well, down here at Gator Sports Pub, this is of course where we film the show every single weekend. We do have St. Paddy's Day here. If you're in the lineup by noon when the doors open, you get a special gold coin that you can use towards your bill. So that's a great opportunity to save a little bit of cash. We've got happy hour all day down here.
Yeah.
And what are the other specials? Irish whiskey?
We got Irish whiskey. We've got Guinness is on special, and of course it's Sunday Fun Day, right? Happy hour all day long. A lot of places, and what I've always appreciated about Gators, because it's a local neighborhood pub, and you know what I've been telling people this year is I've been saying stay close to home like an Irishman would do, right? You don't need to go
Support your local pub.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in Ireland, they're all Irish pubs, right? So what do? You walk to the end of the block and you have a beer with the boys, right? So cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day,
Happy St.
everybody.
Patty's Day, boys.
Come on down to Gators, and like he just said,
And girls.
If you're here by noon, you will get a gold coin that's good towards your bill. So, but you got to be in line when we open to get one of those gold coins because you got to be hardcore. St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday of the year. You know, I mean, it's just an excuse to get together with friends and have a few drinks, and that's what Taz Entertainment is about. You know, it's never been about talent, you know, for karaoke, because most of our events are karaoke, but it's never been about how good a karaoke singer you are. It's always been about how much fun do you have when you come out to one of our events. And
they're a lot of fun.
And they're all, you know, and that's what we're always trying to do. And, you know, hopefully we're creating a fun show here as well with SportsXcetera.
We're trying.
I enjoy it. You know, hopefully you guys out there are enjoying SportsXcetera. Please do subscribe and tell all your friends about it. And we've got an exciting show lined up today. I'm not the host, but why don't you guys tell us what we're talking about today?
Speaking of subscribing, folks, we are giving away a limited edition Jerome McGinley retirement t-shirt.
That's right.
And the way to win it is subscribe and comment. So I just figured with Tyler mentioning subscribing, I'd tell you guys about that awesome opportunity because I want the shirt, but unfortunately Tyler says I can't win it.
Well, no, you're already on the show. We need anybody out there who wants to win it. Like he said, just subscribe and comment below, and you can be in the draw to try to win that. So what are we talking about?
The Flames, though, they are back in first place in the Western Conference on account of their win on Friday night versus the New York Rangers. Big win, 5-1, 5 points for Tkachuk.
I know.
He's really stepping up to the plate, as has Johnny Gaudreau as well. He had a goal and he had that 6-point night before that. If they win against the Jets on Saturday, we do film this on Saturday.
Yeah,
so
we do.
You'll be watching on Sunday. You'll know if they've done it or not. But if they win tonight, or if it's an overtime loss, if they get that 1 point, they've officially clinched a playoff spot.
They'll get that X beside their name in the standings, which means they're guaranteed to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You did hear it here last week. We were talking that the Flames needed to score, and they listened because they've been scoring a lot.
Have they ever? They've been exciting to watch. What else are we talking about on the show today?
Well, we will cover Sean Monahan, who is out with the flu right now. At least that's what they say. In the NHL, they kind of hide injuries, so we can go into a little bit more detail with that later. And as well, March Madness is coming up, which is the NCAA men's basketball tournament and women's. I'm going to make a prediction of who I think should be in the Final Four.
Or should be or will be?
Well, who I think will be.
Okay, will be. You'll hear it here first. Who's going to win? Chris is going to make his pick. Chris's pick.
First, though, a word from our sponsor.
Stylish and always casual, Red Crown's Pub is the place to be Thursday nights. It's Name That Taz Track with Tyler from Taz Entertainment. Go off your epic music knowledge and win awesome prizes. Only only at Red Crowns Pub, Thursday nights at 7.
We'll see you there.
Chris here from Taz Entertainment. You know what really bugs me? When sports fans and fans of celebrities attack the actor, athlete, or even worse, their family. That's not cool. We're better than that. They're just trying to do a job, trying to make a living, trying to entertain us, and here you are making personal attacks? Come on, people. You guys are better than that. I know I am. I know you can be. Welcome back to SportsXcetera. First thing I wanted to mention is we have created a Facebook profile, SportsXcetera, as well at SportsXcetera on Twitter.
I was actually checking it out on Tuesday to see how many followers we had, how it's coming along, and it was really exciting to see that NFLer Antonio Bryant of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually was following us.
No kidding.
That is so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, so it's this verified profile. So Antonio, if you are watching, thanks so much for the follow.
Here's your shout out.
Yeah, just want to give you a shout out.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, that is cool. You know what? Follow us on Twitter, because obviously all the cool people are doing it. Right? Twitter, Facebook, and if you want to see SportsXcetera on Instagram as well, let us know.
If you want to see a bunch of pictures of me and Chris, then comment below.
Say you want to be on Instagram.
And we'll set up an Instagram. Maybe we'll do it anyway. Even
Just
if
for
we don't
fun.
want to see the pictures. But hey, have a comment below. Let us know if you want an Instagram to see what our day-to-day antics are when we're not filming the show, when we're not doing the show. And yeah, we might just fulfill that wish.
That's right.
What's up next on the agenda here this week?
Well, we're going to talk about our lovely Calgary Flames, the best team in the West right now. We took over San Jose on Friday night, as Andrew mentioned earlier, for first in the West. And hopefully by the time this airs, playoffs are clinched. So they're just playing great. Like, as I said earlier, they hadn't been scoring on that little bit of a losing streak, but now they're putting the pucks in the net like there's no goaltender there. It's just fun to watch.
But interestingly, and because Sean Monahan, I just read apparently, and I think I'm jumping ahead because you mentioned that we were going to talk about Sean Monahan, I think. But Sean Monahan is out, right? And they haven't said
he has
exactly.
the flu. No, they announced that he's got the flu. That's
Is it
why
just
he's
the
not
flu?
he didn't travel with the team to Winnipeg.
That's okay. Well, that's if it's just the flu, then he'll probably be back in time for playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how the Flames play without him, though. I mean, he's their starting center, so to not have your starting center out, and especially with playoffs coming up, I think that's an interesting kind of topic because people, playoff is intense hockey, and your star player could get injured, and I would imagine that a contingency plan should always be in place for something like that. What do you do in a situation, and you follow closely, but with Monahan out, what do you think? Is someone else going to step up into that role? Or?
Well, I think they could slide Lindholm over to center and potentially put Tkachuk on the first line, or they could move Backlund up into the first line to have that center and leave the chemistry with Gaudreau and Lindholm on the wings. There's definitely possibilities. Hopefully James Neal can come back soon too, because he's a proven playoff performer, and that would just add depth. The one thing with this team is Calgary has depth. Teams in the past that the Flames have had didn't. And by the time you got to the playoffs...
So for non-sports fans, because even for myself, and the reason why SportsXcetera exists is for people that are like not avid sports fans, and you say something like, do the Flames have depth? So what does that mean if the Flames have depth?
Well, basically what I'm trying to say is every NHL team has a minor league team, an AHL affiliate, where they have some of their young guys or even some older guys that they've signed playing in the AHL that they can call up due to injury.
Okay.
In the past, the Flames have had what a lot of people call career AHLers, which they're good hockey players because they've made that level. But when they come to the NHL,
they can't perform.
They're not top-line players. Mm-hmm. They're fourth-line guys, muckers, grinders.
Have they pulled somebody up from the AHL then from...
Curtis Lazar has been called up.
Okay.
He was a high draft pick. He hasn't performed as well as Ottawa, who drafted him, thought. That's why he's in Calgary now. Okay. But he is a good guy that you can bring up, plug into your lineup, and sometimes bringing those guys up from the AHL, especially the young guys, they're like, oh, you're calling me up? I'm going to prove myself. Here I go.
This is an opportunity. I remember one of the Sutters being called up from the farm team to play, with his brother, because his brother was already on the team. And again, this is shows how good I am at paying attention and remembering this stuff, right? So Brett Sutter was the coach, and they called up one of his sons from the farm team.
Oh, okay.
Right, and he played, and he put like 4 points on the board. It was absolutely incredible. And what I remember,
Totally rigged.
Totally rigged. And you know what I remember about it, and the reason why it stands out in my mind is when he scored, even when he scored his very first goal, which was his very first ever NHL goal, and they showed Brett Sutter on the bench, and the guy didn't even crack a smile. And I'm like, how do you not even smile when your son just scored his first ever NHL goal? Like I was shocked. I would have thought he would have been like super excited and bouncing up and down, but no, just like every.
That's the Sutter mantra, though.
Just
all the Sutters were like
every NHL coach out there, just like. Right, like they look like they don't even enjoy the game when they're up there half the time.
Half the time it looks like they just smelled a fart.
I can tell you from personal experience. I coached football in this city for 20 years. You have to keep a level head because yes, you scored. You are excited on the inside, but you have to keep a level head for your players because you don't want them to get overconfident. You want your players to realize you have to play 60 minutes. That's why if you take in the NFL, you got a guy like Bill Belichick. He rarely shows emotion on the sideline. But I guarantee you, when they get in that locker room, he shows that emotion.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So with Monahan's sideline, hopefully it's not long-term. Hopefully it's just a short-term sideline, and hopefully someone can step up and surprise us. We've got some great young players who can try.
And hopefully nobody else gets sick or injured, right? Especially with playoffs right around the corner here. Like God forbid you lose Mike Smith or you lose David Riddick. Mike Smith has been playing well, though.
He was doing better. And then
he's the one who gave Monahan the flu.
And that...
He missed Friday night's game due to the flu, and now Monahan's got the flu, so it's Smith's fault. The Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win in professional sports.
Yeah, harder than the Super Bowl, you think?
It is, because it's a grind. You have
7 games. You got a
7-game series.
That's one thing I've always hated about football. One game decides it all. I can't count how many Grey Cups that Calgary has lost just because we couldn't pull out that one win. You win all year long, and then you can't pull out that one win. And I guess, okay, fair enough. That's the way it is. But do you really get a sense for who the better team is with just one game? Or do you need a series to really get a feel for these guys are the champions?
Football's a different game, though, because you put so much of your body on the line every football game. You need a couple days to recuperate. It's not like hockey or basketball or baseball where you can play every other day.
I'm enjoying the beer here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
St. Patty's Day.
One of the things I love about this show is that we get to record at a pub. And just so that everybody knows, this is airing Sunday morning, but we do record every single Saturday. And if you ever want to poke your head down to Gators and see the magic happen, you're more than welcome to come down and say hello. We'd love to see you. And maybe you can even get on camera, right?
We always are looking for guests. If you want to be a guest on this show, drop us a line.
That's right. We'll interview and we'll see what you're up to. And if we think that our viewers would be interested in what you have going on, we'd be happy to feature you. So let us know.
They feature me, so.
That's right. If this guy can be on the show, anybody can be on the show.
They set the bar pretty low.
As he has another bite of chocolate. Anyway, so what else is going on?
So we do have March Madness coming up, and today, St. Patrick's Day, is Selection Sunday, which means they're going to seed all the teams that make the tournament. 64 basketball teams will make this tournament. I am not a huge basketball fan, but I love watching March Madness because these guys are playing, just putting it all on the line. They're college players who are trying to maybe make the pros, and they're showcasing their talent in front of a national
audience. All the scouts
audience.
Are probably there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like anybody, if you're picking players for the NBA, you're going to be watching the NCAA's pretty closely. If you're a scout or if you're a manager.
Definitely. The 4 teams I think are going to make it to the Final Four, which is almost the pinnacle of March Madness. Obviously, the pinnacle is winning it all. But the Final Four is a huge deal. They do big national broadcasts, and it's just fun to watch. I think you're going to see Duke, Kentucky, the University of North Carolina, and Gonzaga. I picked Gonzaga because they're from Washington, close to Calgary. I'd like to see a team in the West in the NCAA.
Interesting.
Get there.
I'm not a big basketball fan, but hearing that, if I was going to pick a team to pull for basketball, I'd probably pick Gonzaga. I've never heard of Gonzaga. This is a university or a college?
It's a university, but basketball is what they do.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this guy. All right, sorry, go on.
Basketball is their big sport. They're not a football school, but they're a basketball school. They've got great coaching there, great teams, and in the last probably decade, they've come around to become a powerhouse.
And they're in Washington State.
Yes.
Do you know where? Or?
I think it's right near Seattle.
Okay.
Between Seattle and Spokane, I can't remember which exactly.
Okay. But Washington State has a team too, don't they?
Yes, they have the University of Washington as well, but they're not so good at basketball.
They don't have a cool sounding name like Gonzaga.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs.
All right, Gonzaga Bulldogs. You can do it.
But one thing I just thought of, with the NCAA, a local tie here. The NCAA just announced an award for the top Canadian in NCAA football, and it's named the John Cornish Award. Now, for those of you who don't know, John Cornish was a running back who played for the University of Kansas, but when he finished his college days, he played for our beloved Calgary Stampeders and is one of the best running backs we've ever had play.
I remember him, yeah. I think he still holds the record, doesn't he, for most running yards?
No, he didn't make the most yards. Okay. Unfortunately, concussion ended his career a little earlier, although he wore number 9 and played for 9 years, so it's kind of cool that way. But he is still on the sidelines every home game, waving that flag, cheering the fans on, getting the fans pumped up. So he's still an integral part of Calgary and of our Stampeders.
John Cornish, we love you. If you ever want to be on the show, we'd be happy to interview you too.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
We'll buy you a beer.
We'll buy you 2.
Oh, 2 beers.
We'll buy you 3, 1 each.
Yeah, there you go.
One each.
Beers.
John Cornish, we'd love to hear from you.
That's not going to happen.
I'm going to hold my breath for a really long time and wait for him to reach out.
I'm not, because I can't hold my breath that long.
Well, based on the subscriber rate of this show right now, but you know what? We love you, Taz fans. Thank you so much for supporting and subscribing. I think we're coming up on 50 subscribers right now on SportsXcetera on YouTube. We do want to reach that 500 mark. So if you're enjoying the show, first of all, hopefully you're watching the show. Hopefully you didn't just subscribe and then you ignore it. We really want you to enjoy what we're putting out here. And we work really hard on putting out these Excetera segments. As a matter of fact, we're working on a bit of a revision on the footage from the Outriders audition. If you guys missed that episode a few weeks ago. It was
amazing.
Andrew's audition, and we're going to be reposting that on Facebook as well. And of course, if you go to YouTube right now, you can see Andrew's audition for the Outriders.
Rah, rah, rah. There aren't words to describe.
As what I was about to say is there are no words.
You'll just have to check it out.
You'll have to check it out.
While we were filming, Tyler and I had absolutely no words because we were laughing too hard.
We were. It was really good. So we appreciated that. So right on. Well, that's, guys, I think what's going on in the world of sports.
Yeah, I think we've covered the world of sports. If there's sports topics you guys want us to cover, by all means, comment, tell us, because you know what? Even if I don't know, I'll research it for you.
There you go.
For you.
And because you subscribed and commented, you'll go into the draw to win that limited edition, again, a jersey or a t-shirt as well. So
now we're going to be moving on to some wonderful St. Patrick's Day limericks.
Ooh. Stay tuned for that.
That's good.
They're magically delicious. Top of the morning to you. Here's some limericks for your St. Paddy's Day. There once was a girl from New York. I asked if she wanted to pork. She spat in my face, then sprayed me with mace, and stabbed my nuts with a fork.
There was a team that can't win. They're from the city of Edmonton. They're called the Oilers. Every game's a spoiler. And to watch them, it's just a sin.
There once was a girl named Brienne. She could lift up a truck with one hand. She could open a Snapple with her huge Adam's apple. It turns out that Brienne was a man.
There once was a man from Dublin. Everyone called him a dumb one, but his lady was hot, so everyone thought his willy must be a big one.
There once was a redhead named Bailey. She looked smoking hot on the daily. Asked her out for a date, she said, hell nah, mate, then whipped my ass with a shillelagh.
On a mid-March day, people gather and say, St. Patrick's Day is here, so let's all cheer and drink the night away.
There once was a lad named Seamus who aspired to one day be famous. He wrote out some prose to seduce all the hoes. This limerick is surely the lamest.
There once was a bar called Gators. They serve really good steak and taters. They show the Flames win
and during every game have cheap wings. So I'm sure I'll see you there later.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Andrew's still a little thrown off by the Limericks. So today we're interviewing Tyler, the president of Taz Entertainment. So Tyler,
I don't know why.
well, maybe because you started the company.
Yeah, I did. I did start the company.
Speaking of starting the company, though, what got you into wanting to do bar marketing and promotions?
You know what? I don't know if I ever wanted to get into bar marketing and promotions. I started hosting karaoke shows as an 18-year-old kid. I was fresh out of college. I went to an Emerson Drive concert at Ranchman's one time, and I met the owners of Karaoke World. Okay. And 15 years later, I still have a great relationship with them over there.
They're good guys.
They are, absolutely. Dan, I know, supports and watches the show and is a subscriber. So Dan, thank you for your support over there at Karaoke World. And yeah, I was hosting karaoke shows for them, and then I finished up at college. I was studying business at Mount Royal, and left there and decided that I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I decided I'll start my own business hosting karaoke shows, because why, as nice a guy as Dan was, I knew I could make more money doing it for myself. And I've always been, even as a teenager, I kind of felt like an entrepreneurial. I wanted to start a web design business and stuff like that. I was good on computers. So, you fast forward 15 years later, I'm still hosting karaoke shows because I love it.
It's so fun.
Not to toot my own horn, I try to stay humble, but I'm a decent singer. I'm good energy. I'm good on the microphone. And 15 years later of doing it, I'm as good now as I've probably ever been. You only get better with practice. So after doing it for this long, but then what I realized, I kind of got out of the entertainment racket for a while because, when I started as a kid, I'm not sure if I ever thought it was a real career.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of got out of it. I got into advertising. I ultimately started a marketing coaching consulting company called the Marketing Mentorship Academy, which I still run today as another business. But what I did approximately a year and a half ago is I kind of merged what I was doing with the Marketing Mentorship Academy, and I came back to Taz Entertainment, where I was still doing a couple shows a week.
Okay.
And I decided I could do more to work, because what I've realized after all these years is that what most bars really want, or a bar owner or manager, anybody in the industry that I work in that might be wanting to look at karaoke, they don't really want karaoke, nor do they not want karaoke. Right? They're usually indifferent, and the same is true with live bands or DJs or whatever. If they go outsourcing that type of stuff, what they're really looking for is, I want to put more money in my bank account. And because of my marketing background, what I realized is that I can really do a lot more to help bar owners to achieve those objectives than just provide a karaoke show. And so today, Taz Entertainment is Calgary's only bar marketing, promotions, and entertainment provider. So what that means is we can do more than just give you a karaoke show. We can help you put systems in place to use that karaoke show to make you more money. And then even on nights if you don't have entertainment that night, right? I mean, some places need multiple nights of entertainment. Some places can get away with less. Gators here, where we're filming right now, I've been doing the karaoke here for 15 years on Saturday night.
Wow, that's a long-running show.
Is it ever, and I, to this day, I love it. Some of the best friends I have in life have come from this bar, because it's just, I feel like I grew up here. I was 18 years old when I started coming into this bar before I was even hosting karaoke shows at 18. I was coming in here, and I was hosting at another bar at the time called the Rat and Parrot, which is gone now. And I came over, Nick, who owns Gators, came over to the Rat and Parrot, saw my show there and said, man, I got to get you over at Gators as well. And he brought me over, and here we are all this time later, when we still have, I think, one of the busiest Saturday night karaoke shows. People keep telling me, karaoke is dying, karaoke is not as popular as it used to be. And while I will agree that things have changed in the industry, the fact remains that people want to go out and they want to have fun.
Right.
And it's the number one thing is to have fun. And I blame the karaoke industry, and I never want to hate on anybody, but I do blame the karaoke industry because, they haven't done a good job of setting the bar high. why. You know, we have out of, you know, to a certain point, maybe out of necessity, we've cut prices, sacrificed talent, and at the end of the day, you know, if you have a revolving door of hosts with limited amount of experience doing this, how do you compare somebody who's been at this for 15 years like I have to somebody who is a rookie? Right, and that's where Taz Entertainment has really focused on trying to train our hosts to provide a higher level of service. We don't want to do 50 karaoke shows every week. We want to find, you know, 5 to 10 really good bars in Calgary that want to work closely with us so we can help you guys or help those bar owners really achieve some success. And that's what Taz Entertainment is all about.
Well, I know for me.
And we're about fun because, hey, the party is always here. So happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It looks like I'm drinking faster than you guys too, so you got to step on it.
Are you trying to get me drunk? Thanks once again for joining us this week. Again, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button below and, you know, leave a comment. Let us know if there's any content you'd like to see. Let us know what you think of the show. And don't forget to tune in every single Sunday morning.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well, please.
That's right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
So long, everybody.
Take care, everybody.